What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to On the Topic Of, and this is a very different kind of episode of On the Topic Of, because normally what I'm discussing is not happening as I record the video, and normally it doesn't directly impact a purchase that I was going to make, and I still plan on trying to make later today, and if I can't do it today, over the course of the next couple of months, and that is, of course, the shortage of NES Classic Editions that is pretty much impacting the world right now. Now, of course, I think we can all agree Nintendo has been doing a pretty great job of redeeming themselves in the eyes of the public over the course of the past couple of weeks, because they were having some rocky years there, but with the announcement of the Switch, some details coming in about that console that's coming out in March, and on top of that, the announcement of a $99 new Nintendo 3DS on Black Friday, and presumably throughout the holiday season, that's yet to be kind of detailed, they've been doing a lot of stuff right. However, in my mind, this all kind of kicked off after a strange absence from E3, with the announcement of the NES Classic Edition in mid-July. Now, really, when it comes down to it, this is a new console that's not really new. There isn't anything new and exciting about the NES Classic Edition, except for the fact that it's bringing back the old school games that a lot of people grew up on, because it does include 30 of the most iconic and classic NES games of that generation, and it packs it into this adorable little miniature NES that a lot of people just fell in love with as soon as they saw it. Now, I have heard the cord on the controller is a little bit small, but that is not a problem, because if you have an NES from back in the day like I happen to, you can plug in the controllers that you used back then, or you can buy them on eBay. There are wireless controllers coming out from Nyko that I've heard are pretty great. There's a lot of options here, and in general, it's going to be a great console to add to Nintendo's lineup. So needless to say, whenever this thing was announced and everyone freaked out, the common person would say, hey, maybe we should make a lot of these, because it seems like we're going to be selling a ton of them at $60 a piece, and we're going to be making a ton of money. There is so much money to be made here. You can make millions off of this one little thing, and then if you make more of them, you can make even more money. Why wouldn't you produce like millions of them and make them very, very available to everyone that possibly wanted one? That's what I would have said. However, that apparently is not what Nintendo ended up doing, because there is a huge shortage of these things today since it came out earlier today, and it's coming out on Amazon at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, how bad could it possibly be? Surely someone has this thing in stock, and if they do have it in stock, there's enough for 20 to 30 people to get their hands on this little small miniature console that's the price of a regular priced new released game. That's not the case. According to Reddit, and of course you can take that with a grain of salt, but people have been saying there are lines 5 to 6 people deep, and not everyone gets a console. Apparently a lot of stores have less than 5 of these things in stock, and if they got lucky, there's probably about 10 or less. That's insane. Now, Nintendo has come out and said that over the course of the next couple of months, they are going to be ramping up production and shipping more of these things out to stores where you can actually purchase one. However, if you do see one, I would recommend buying it if you want one. Now, if you don't want one and you want to make a ton of money, you can probably sell it online for hundreds of dollars. I've seen some for as much as $499. Don't buy one of these. That is absolutely ridiculous. Don't spend more than $60 on this, because that is the price that it has assigned to it. It is ridiculous to pay anything more than that, because they will be back in stock probably sometime towards the end of the month, or maybe even next week if we get lucky. Don't fall for these traps. So now that we've gotten all of that stuff out of the way, this is a message straight to Nintendo. Number one, konnichiwa, como estas, bien y tú. Number two, this was the biggest release for Nintendo of 2016, and currently it actually is. If they're selling out right as they hit store shelves, this is a pretty big release for Nintendo. This is bigger than any 3DS. This is bigger than any Wii U. This is bigger than any Mario game. Maybe Super Mario Maker is on that same level. That being said, this is a major release. Shipping 6 of these to a local Target is absolutely ridiculous. There should be hundreds of these in stock at your local Walmart, GameStop, Target, Best Buy, wherever you might shop. This should be readily available, and quite simply it's not, and that's a major screw up on your part. Now, like I mentioned earlier, these things go on sale on Amazon at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be trying to get my hands on one, but who knows how many Amazon actually has. Hopefully more than the other retailers, though I would definitely doubt it. But like I said, over the course of the holiday season, if you are interested in picking one of these up, I would definitely recommend keeping your eye open, because more and more of them are going to be popping up as Nintendo ships them out to your local retailer. So there you guys have it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and share it on your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, social media. Get my name out there and help spread the channel. And if you happen to be lucky enough to get an NES Classic Edition, let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below. And if you didn't, are you still looking to buy one? Also, if you happen to be new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other content, I do upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week, depending on the week, so there's always something new right here on the channel when you drop by to watch some videos. But as for right now, I'm going to go camp out for this thing on my computer and keep refreshing the screen until it goes live. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.